Well, joining us now is One Nation Leader Pauline Hanson. Senator, it's really good to catch up with you. Thank you very much for joining us. I want to start with the Liberal leadership. What are your thoughts on both Angus Taylor and Susan Lee? Are either good enough, do you think, to take this party forward now?
Well, what other talent do you have? There's really no one there that I can speak highly of. Not in the lower house and the House of Reps. Susan Lee, I don't see her as a leader. She doesn't inspire me. I've listened to her interviews. She hasn't got anything going for her whatsoever. And if you listen to her interviews during the campaign, she didn't have anything to offer. So she's too far to the. She's a moderate, as far as I'm concerned. She will drag the Liberal Party more to the left. And I don't think that's a good look for the Liberal Party to move forward.
Senator, I want to get your thoughts on the defection of Senator Price to the Liberal Party. A lot of people have criticised her. Matt Canavan, not least of whom, said it was disloyalty. Do you have sympathy for Matt Canavan's view, or do you think this was destined to happen and it's only right that Jacinta Price should pursue higher national leadership?
Look, I've run my own political party for years now, for decades actually, and I've had people elected under my banner who have defected and gone to another political party or left the party. It is disheartening. It really is. You put the work and effort, the time into getting them elected, you think that the loyalty is there, and when they defect, especially just after an election, it does hurt. And I can understand how the National Party feel about this. And they say, oh, well, she's with the CLP. Of course, she can decide whoever she wants to, but it's the National Party seat. And that's been known for a long time. It is a National Party seat. If she's been courted by Angus Taylor to use her to get himself in as leader of the opposition, leader of the Liberal Party, well, he's caused problems within his own ranks, with his own members of his parliament, of his own party, I should say. And of course, he's going to cause disunity in the parliament between the Nationals and the Liberals. That's all this is going to do for some period of time. They're going to be licking their wounds. They don't need this as well. And also, I'll tell people, she's in the Senate. She's only got 3 years before she comes up for a re-election again, because it's only a 3-year term in the Northern Territory. So what are they going to do with her then? Move her into a lower house seat somewhere, which they'll have to, and then, you know, what's going to happen then? Who's going to have to move sideways for her? I like Jacinta, don't get me wrong, but she was only one thing that she's been on about has been the voice. Where's her credentials across the other portfolios? And how is she going to be deputy leader from the Senate? And what happens if Taylor gets elected as the leader of the Liberal Party? If he's not there, who's going to take his position as deputy leader and answering those questions on the floor of Parliament? So these things haven't been answered, and people can say we like Jacinta, but a lot of people don't even understand the workings of Parliament, the lower house, the upper house. They don't understand the ramifications of all this, and they don't even know how to vote. So let alone talk about, yes, we like Jacinta, yes, she is. She should be moving forward by all means, but give her some portfolios. Let her get some runs on the board first. And besides, you've overlooked other people in that Parliament, especially on the coalition side, who have the credentials and would have made great leaders. Or deputy leaders.
Yeah, I understand that perspective. I do get what you're saying. I think that there's a lot of moving pieces with how something like this definitely would work. Senator, I want to ask you, Matt Canavan is running as Nationals leader. Would he be better than David Littleproud? Canavan is promising to scrap support for net zero among a series of bold moves. What's your take?
I support Matt Canavan. Actually, I rang him and I congratulated him on the move. David Littleproud is a moderate, and David Littleproud did not support the voice. And it was only because I came out first and said I was against the voice, and that Littleproud was forced because of the support we were getting for it, that Littleproud came out and then supported the voice. So Matt Canavan and I think very much alike. You know, get rid of net zero, get rid of, build more coal-fired power stations. He's more on the lines of what I think that conservative values. And Matt Canavan would do a lot for the National Party to move it forward.
I tell you, Senator, there's another politician in this country that I believe you're rather fond of, and that would be Lee Hanson, your daughter, who, of course, was running for the Senate in Tasmania. against Jackie Lambie. How's that all panning out? And what's that experience been like, having your daughter run for politics?
She only had a 4-week campaign, James, and it's awfully hard for her to actually have got known out there. And even people on the day of the casting their votes didn't even know my daughter was standing. When I pointed it out to them, they didn't know. So she's done very well, lifted our vote in Tasmania. But it's awfully hard. It's going to have to come down to preferences. Jackie Lambie is ahead of her, but it will come down to preferences because the Libs way below their 2-seater quota, and the Labor Party as well. Remember, Jackie Lambie was against the salmon industry, and those people who may have voted for Labor possibly wouldn't give Jackie Lambie their second preference because she was against the salmon industry. And a lot of people have told me they are over Jackie Lambie. They really want to see her gone. Look, it's going to come down to preferences. We've still got another week or two to wait for that to happen, but I would dearly love to have Lee on the Senate floor with me. I think she's a courageous, very intuitive young woman with a lot to offer politics.
Terrific. Well, we can't have too many Hansons on the Senate floor. I'm all in favour of a few more, so good on you. Senator Pauline Hanson, thanks for joining us tonight.